All right, let's still work through this linear algebra. Today we're going to talk about an equation of a line. Remember, y equals mx plus b. But in this case, we're going to be given a point and we're going to be given the slope. We're not going to be given the b. Now, your textbook shows you a way to do this that, in my opinion, is harder. There is another formula called the standard formula that you will learn later. They show you that now, and as long as I have taught, I have never done it that way because I feel like you need to be more comfortable and confident with y equals mx plus b. So you may want to kind of ignore your textbook on this one for right now. We will come back and learn that, but not in this lesson. So it's lesson 33, but the textbook does it a way that I do, a different way than I do it. So you're going to be given your m, and you're going to be given a point. You're not going to be given b. We're going to have to, this is probably the trickiest lesson this week. It's not hard. The math of it is not hard. It's just a little more work than we've been doing the rest of this week, okay? So we're given our m. If I go back and recall my coordinate systems, this is an x value, this is a y value. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our y equals mx plus b formula. We are given our m. We are technically given our x and our y, but we're not given a b. Now, if we are told to write the equation of a line, I have to have a value for m, and I have to have a value for b. Why? That's just the rule. So, I'm going to say it again. In order to write the equation of a line, I have to have an m, and I have to have a b. In this case, I don't have a b. I only have an m and my x and my y. So what I'm going to do, I am going to fill in, that's an and sign, and solve for b. Just like solving for x, a b is a variable just like x is. So I'm going to use my y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to fill in my values. Remember, in a coordinate, x is first, y is second. So y is now 1 equals m, which is 3, x, which is 2, and I am multiplying between the m and the x because two things side by side with no sign means multiply, plus b. And now I'm going to just work through solving for x. I'm going to move my 6 over. That should not be a 6, that should be a b. So 1 minus 6 is -5 equals b. So now to write the formula of a line, I have my m and I have my b. So y, oops, that's a y, equals m x. Now it's plus b in the formula, but in this case b is -5, so it's -5. This is what your answer needs to look like, and we're going to do a couple of more of these to sort of figure this out. So my ultimate goal is to end up with an equation, y equals mx plus b, and in that equation I need a value for m and I need a value for b. I'm given an m, I'm given an x and a y, I'm going to plug them in and solve for b, and the equation is what I am looking for. Now the math of this is not hard. You know how to do all of these things. This just takes a little more thinking than what we did before, at least I think. Your brain may be very different than mine, which it probably is because my brain's weird. So let's do another one. Again, we're looking, the directions will tell you find the equation of a line given, and then it's going to give you this information. Equation is y equals mx plus b. I'm given my m, I am given a value for x, and I'm given a value for y. I'm going to plug those in. Y is 4, m is -2, x is 3, plus b. Everything I need is right here, and this should be in my brain, y equals mx plus b. And I just put those two things together and start solving. And again, mx, two things side by side with no sign means multiply. -2 times 3 is -6. Move that -6 over. When I move it over, it becomes a +6. 4 plus 6 is 10, so b equals 10. b equals 10 m equals -2. My equation of a line is y equals m. Oh goodness. mx plus b. And that's it. So this is not hard. It's just kind of strange. And what I think the reason that people struggle with this is there's really no like tangible, why am I doing this? Why does this work? Listen, this is one of those things that you just sort of have to just do because it works. This is how you do it, so just do it. Do one more here. If we were face to face, I wouldn't do it. I would make you do it and then come check your work, but I'm not there, so pretend I am and work it on your own paper and then come back and check it. All right, let's work it because, well, let me work it while you check your work because you've already done it, right? So there's my y, there's my x, there's my m. I'm going to go ahead and write this down, y equals mx plus b, so I always know where I am. Y is -2, m is 4, x is -1, and I'm solving for b. 4 times -1 is -4. Move the -4 over. When I move the -4 over, it becomes plus. -2 plus 4 tells me that b equals 2. The equation of a line needs to be in y equals mx plus b form. Now, and I probably should have said this before. Well, let me just do this. Y equals mx plus b. When it comes to the equation of the line, x and y stay x and y, because if I have a line on a graph, I have 1,000,000 points, which means I have 1,000,000 x and y values. Wherever those points are, my b is always going to be here, and my rise and run are always going to be the same. When you write the equation of the line, put it in y equals mx plus b form and leave x and y as x and y. This is just one point on the line. I don't know if that made any sense. Just remember, y equals mx plus b, fill in your m, fill in your b. Homework, you're going to just do activity 2 on lesson 33, page 73. Just focus on that activity. We just did most of the problems from the in-class stuff. So just do the activity 2 on the bottom of that, and then I will check your textbooks next week.